Hi, Brian Brosdahl here. I'm going to show you how to switch the 261 reel from Frabill from being left-handed to right-handed. So we're actually going to have this turned around so you can use it this way. And there's a few simple steps to do, but one thing you want to do is turn the bearing. All reels have a bearing, and we got to take it apart to do that. I'm going to show you now. Take the spring out, don't lose it. So we're going to set that there. And now we're going to take the screw out here. Make sure you got some place to keep the spare parts. And we're going to loosen the nut right here. There we go. And I always like to set the parts the direction that they're supposed to be. Okay, so now we're down to the drag washer. Take that off. So you got it all in a row here. Now we got a bearing here. So what I'm going to do is I'll push it down like that, which brings it out farther. Take this washer off. There's a washer that just came off. Now you got a bearing here. When I push it in, it comes out farther. Okay. We'll loosen it up. It's kind of slippery, so I'll just use the pliers. We'll set that down right there. Now we're going to take the rest out. If you push like that, it slowly comes out. There it is. Okay, there it is. That's the bearing. So now let's take the inside out here.
No, we need to.
There we go. Okay, now we get to this point where we have everything out. You can see we got a small round washer. We got an inner sleeve to the bearing, the main bearing that's white, a smaller bearing, a bigger bearing, and then a washer with a flat side. So really you only got 3 bearings here. Just remember, small bearing goes in first, bigger bearing on the outside, and if you want this to reel on the right side, white side down. White side up is on the left side. So we're going to put it together. Put the round washer on. So we're gonna slide it down. Let me grab a screwdriver here. Get that down there, it'll fall right in there. Now I'm gonna take inner sleeve and put it through. I'm gonna pick up the smaller bearing and put it together like one big sandwich here. See? Now we're gonna do white side up, which is gonna be left-handed. Or actually, let me change that. Let's do white side down. Okay, we're gonna do white side down because that's right-handed. So we'll slide it on the handle, okay? And just push it down there. Tap it in there gently. Put the bigger bearing over. Just remember, it's the same on both sides, so don't worry about which way you put it. And you want that thing to go down in the handle. There we go. Now you see how that's in there? Okay, now snug it in there tight. See how it's in there? It's pretty flush right now because the drag star's got to be flush on there. So now the last thing, we're going to put the drag washer on. Now that's going to square it off so it's easy. Just put that on last. Spin that on there. Okay. Now, put the handle on. Now you'll notice when you put the handle on, there's a little space between the drag and the handle. Next, put the nut on, the nut that has the round top, flat side down, flat side on, okay? Flat side down. Thread it on very carefully. Use your fingers. If it doesn't go, don't force it. Tighten it up. Just lightly, not too hard, just a little bit like that. Now, we're going to put a washer, the handle washer. See this little hole? Line it up. So you can see the holes lined up. Now we're going to get the screw using a little screwdriver for micro situations here. There we go, we'll line up the screw. There we go. Put that back on. Now that spring. Put the spring in. And let's screw the cap back on. Now, there's a few parts, you know, close to a dozen parts, no big deal. There's 3 washers. We're all done. Look at that. Now, tighten the drag star. You're on the right side. Just remember, the last part is turning the reel around so it's on the right side. Push a button, it'll drop an 84th ounce jig in deep water. So check it out. The 261 from Frabill, that's how you turn it from the left to the right. Thank you.